I think what Simon Ekpa is doing is good. It's good for every Boman. Every Boman in Nigeria and both in diaspora are members of IPOB because they are the indigenous people of that land, southeastern Nigeria. So if anybody is distancing himself from IPOB, I don't think that person's history, let me say, is sound. If you have history blind, it means you have turned your back on your past. Meaning, you don't want to know where you are coming from. You don't even want to remember your birth dates. You don't even want to know who gets you pregnant or whom your wife you impregnated is. Because everything about history is keeping record. And when you keep record for what? For the remembrance, memorization, in advancement. So what I'm trying to explain here is Finland dialoguing with Nigerian military is same dialogue to make sure that sovereignty of Biafra is actualized. Why am I saying this? During the war of 1967 to 1970, Finland denied their children education, starved their children to make sure that every Biafran child, they could get access to what? Food. The war of 1967, the kind of policy that Awolowo proffered as a solution to Gowan, infested every Biafran child then with kwashiorkor, lack of good, nourishing food, lack of access to 3 square meal with major food nutrients or substances that could help nourish the body. Awolowo proffered a solution to Gowan, and Biafran children were many starved to death. And Finland, the same Finland that Nigeria is negotiating with, made sure that all Biafra children, maybe I was included then, I couldn't even know, did not die. Because what? They are good countries whose system we are working then. I mean 57, 56, 55, 54 years ago. The same Finland, Nigeria is trying to convince to turn against people that they worked hard to make sure that they sustain them many years ago. Don't you see that Nigerian military are firing their guns to the moon? Don't you think that if ever what you are telling me or I'm telling the world about Nigerian military or Nigerian government under Tinubu synergizing or having dialogue with Finland to extradite Simon Ekpa is just a tale by the moonlight. See, let me tell you, Finland's struggle was from 1956 back to Leningrad time when modern Russia kicked off. Are you listening to me? They struggled with USSR. They fought USSR. They worked hard to get their own referendum. From Russia, the same Finland had gone through what Biafrans were going through from 1967 till date. Don't you think that if you ever hear that kind of news, you will actually know that somebody is milking Nigeria somewhere? They are spending money just for one Alaji or for one Yoruba man that doesn't want Biafra to come to being, or one Igbo man that is sidelining his Biafran brothers, working against emancipation of Biafran sovereignty. Don't you think that something is wrong? See, let me tell you, if you believe such story, Mugu, you can believe anything. Because there's no how Finland will turn against Biafra. I've never seen a white man from Scandinavia country, or Finland, Oslo, Norway, Sweden, Iceland, Denmark, and so on and so forth, turning against Biafra. The Biafra, they all fought for many years ago. The Biafra, an Irishman, sprinkled himself with gasoline and ignited the lights. Flame engulfed him in front of United Nations Secretariat in New York. He sacrificed his life for Biafran children, for Biafran men, because of the kind of treatment given to Biafrans led by British Labour government in 1967, from 67 to 1970, which began to supply military clique of Gowon with arms to make sure that they annihilate the whole Igbo race. Today, someone is telling me that Finland is discussing with Simon Ekpa to come after Igbo man. Oga Biafrans are Igbo men. Every IPOB in the southeastern Nigeria represents what Igbos stand for. So I'm telling you that that claim is void and null. And again, I advise, Nigeria could have not gone that far to go into dialoguing with Finland to make sure that they bring Biafra down. I'm telling you that time of Biafra emancipation has come. Judging by what is happening in our system, a system that does not work, a Nigeria that has not come to make sure that people are being treated right, is not going to work. There's no how Finland will work against Biafra. It is a lie. As we are having Simon Ekpa there, it is God by himself that put him there. How did he go to that place? Simon Ekpa won an Olympic gold medal in Nigeria here, and that sports, how do I put it? Record. End him. End him what? Scholarship. End him scholarship. End him scholarship. And with scholarship, Simon Ekpa is there today. And Nigeria is not taking it easy. Nigeria is not getting it, so palatable that Simon Ekpa is freely doing Igbo man justice in Finland today. See, let me tell you, we've come to stay, to see the aftermath of what Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoko is doing for Igbo man in Finland. Is doing virtually well. And let me tell you, extraditing Simon Ekpa, do you know how difficult it is? Leading a horse through the eye of a needle, or trekking from here all the way to United States of America on foot. It is impossible. An impossible as it is, impossible can't. It's just like firing the moon with then gone. Simon Ekpa is not gonna be extradited into this kind of system that doesn't work. A system that doesn't work, there is no system. So Nigerian system is not good for you and I. So there is no Nigeria. There is no system today. Everybody is frustrated by the main expression of the look of our faces. You will find out that our system, Nigerian system, is not working. Simon Ekpa went to Finland on scholarship. And today, he has naturalized in Finland, which everybody has right to anywhere in the world. So by citizenship, right, Simon Ekpa is a Finnish. He's from Finland now. He's having dual citizenship with Nigeria and Finland. Are you listening to me? Then again, you are asking me if Simon Ekpa is more powerful than Nigeria. Why must Finland? Listen and listen good. Our system is not working. Because our system is not working, Nigerian government, the military, and the likes of the military will never have upper hand over Simon Ekpa because our system doesn't work. Then, I want to show you something. There are much differences between the black and the white. If you ask me, I will tell you, it might not work in Kenya, Kenyan country that rendered the land into the hands of the DSS, into the hands of Zoological Republic administration of what? Of who? Buhari. The black man is quite different from the white man. Didn't you see how ugly, unsightly it was when Nairobi under Kenya as a country betrayed Nnamdi Kanu. A man that was on visit in Kenya was abducted in Kenya, brought to Nigeria. That is a good example of what black man can do to his fellow black man. That's a good example of how the system is what? Severed. Destructive. A destructive system. Destructive systems all over African continent. We are not like white, and we can never be. Because the whites, they have love. Finland will never, ever do anything harmful to Simon Ekpa. They are like Igbos. They have suffered what the Igbos suffered in the 60s. A sojourner, a traveler, a stranger is never harmed in Igbo land. Go and investigate very well, unless they don't know you as a stranger. It is biblical. You don't harm a stranger, a sojourner, which was why Abraham, our great grandfather, will never ever harm strangers. And that was what earned him the best friend God has ever had. Because he welcomed strangers, he welcomed sojourners, he welcomed strangers until he welcomed angels that prophesied to his wife Sarah that he's gonna get a baby. Baby Isaac was born after that prophecy from a stranger, a sojourner that Abraham did not know, but he allowed a stranger into his household. He attended to the stranger, and today Abraham became the father of many nations. Do you know why? Finland, they must have had something in common with us. That's why they could never harm their own stranger, their visitor, a sojourner in their land, Simon Ekpa. Simon Ekpa is having upper hand against Nigeria. And let me tell you what they would have been discussing right now with Finland, I mean Nigeria and Finland, is on how to what? Allow biafra on a platter of gold to go their own ways.
And do you think the Finland government is in position or have any influence in letting biafra go in terms of dialogue?
When you talk about world power, when you talk about advanced country, advanced system that is working, and again, when you talk about the most developed countries in the world, I can give you here that you see Scandinavia countries, Scandinavia, Europe, they are the Nords, or you call them the Nordics. You know what? They are more developed than UK. You can never see a Finland or a Finnish in the UK. Somebody from Finland can never go and live in UK. Because Finland is far, far better, more advanced, more developed than UK. You can never see somebody from Denmark, a Dane, living in the UK. Somebody from Denmark is more advanced than somebody from the UK. So the Nordic countries, I mean, Scandinavians, I mean here are Sweden is like Finland. Denmark is like Finland. They are all Scandinavian countries. Iceland is like Finland. They are all Scandinavian countries. Some part of Russia are Scandinavians. Listen and listen good. I have good number of them. Norway, Iceland, Finland, Sweden. There's another one. Denmark. These are the Scandinavian countries. Their region is ice water, ice block, very cool. They're in the cold region of Europe. They are very, very advanced, educated, developed. I don't want to understand. They can't do what Nigerians are expecting, Nigerian government is expecting them to do. Because Nigeria is a zoo. Finland is an advanced country. A zoo is where human beings are butchered, dismembered. A zoo is where citizens are neglected. They are dying in hunger. The public office holders, people in the government are buying private jets, thousands of dollars, pair of shoes, thousands of dollars, gold rings they wear put on their hands, thousands of dollars, private jet, yacht, all manner of extravagant, luxurious lives, while the citizens are dying. A zoo is a country that allows public office holders to earn millions upon billions of naira in 6 months, while each and every household in Nigeria could not afford a bag of beans. Don't you see our faces? Everybody looks so frustrated. The system is not working here, and we are talking about Nigeria discussing fate of sovereignty of Biafra. You can't discuss with Finland. It is not negotiable. It could be negotiable in Cameroon, Kenya, in Egypt, even in Niger, but not with Scandinavian countries. They are more advanced than Nigeria. Nigeria is a zoo, abattoir, comparing to Finland. Thank you.
Trying to say that our sister brought to our table here is to tell the world that what the tree of evil and knowledge has done through Adam and Eve, Jesus the Christ, the Savior of mankind, Son of the living God, has come to remove away that chain, to remove away that destruction. And he has brought what? Tree of life, tree of life, tree of good news and good knowledge.